once you get that stupid ceiling to snap in or the roof to snap in.
Yep. Glad I'm
uh
doing. It's the side that you can see.
ARK building. It's the best thing ever sometimes.
What is going on, guys? Unite the clans and Arahli the geek back in your life from the Gaming Evolved Season 4 server. That's what we did last episode. See that?
Right behind us, man.
Town hall, town center. We came in, took a very plain starter build, and we turned it into quite the elaborate, nice looking house. People were generally happy with this. We were
Yeah.
afraid people would hate it.
Yeah, I was really worried people would be like, why did you change our starter house?
Yeah, and I
Um,
think Syntax showed this off in his video, and or to some extent, because I did have people coming to mind from his.
yeah.
And that was kind of fun. Lots of people saw episode 1, so thank you guys. And sorry we're taking so long for episode 2, but if all goes as planned today, Arahli and I record episode 2, episode 3, and then we really get into, who knows, some fun collaborations.
Yeah, man.
Episode 3, I will guide you guys through the build for. Episode 2, you talk. This is today. Talk us through what we're thinking.
Yeah, so we kind of decided that we are going to be mobile. We want to be mobile on this server, right? So
Yep.
the idea is we're going to be able to kind of build and move around and stuff. So to do that, we thought we'd make something I make on every server when I start is a nest. It's the
Yes.
Raft base that I built way back in the day. It's actually the reason I started recording on YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
I just I wanted people to see that because I had people like that were on the forums and everything trying to find a cool way to build a raft that was like all
Starter
encompassing.
raft.
Yep.
For survival, how do you get everything you need, small package in a raft, and it looks good.
Yep.
Basically.
And it's just kind of, it's meant to be just like it's a mobile base building platform too. Like you'll have all the stuff you can gather on, you can just build. Now
Right.
the leads have put a bit of a kink into that plan.
Right.
'Cause-
So we have raft building has been through some ups and downs, man.
oh man. Yeah.
Like I did Arctic Steamboat is one of my most popular builds.
Yeah.
You did the Nest is one of your most popular builds.
Yep.
And we saw what happens when the lead Zichthus comes in. People go, oh, I can't drive rafts anymore.
Yep.
People lost their minds over that whale.
And then like a patch or two ago, Wildcard took away the
God.
ability to build out the foundations. Like it got stuck and they couldn't do it. And
Right.
thankfully
Maximum,
yeah.
not only maximum, but I think only 3x3.
Yeah, that's all you could do.
You couldn't do the 2x whatever with the pontoon sticking out the side.
Yep, and you couldn't do the ceiling trick anymore, and it sounds like they have thankfully fixed that. It sounds like now
Right.
we're modded, so
Yes, so we're not playing by all the exact same rules, guys, and that's something I'm starting to talk about more. We're playing on a server. We have Structures Plus. We call this vanilla, but it's because it's vanilla with sprinkles. It's about as vanilla as PC players get, right?
right. Mhm.
Like that. Perfect. So we're going to do a couple of rafts, and you're going to get us started. I guess we should get started. I talk a lot.
Yeah, I know. Me too. We tend to ramble. So the kind of the basic thing we have to do to start, personally think to start any raft build is to lower foundations, because lowering the foundations will put the raft in a better, safer place. But the only kind of drawback, this is a PvE build, right? So if you guys are here for a PvP build, this isn't going to be quite what you need, because the raft will be exposed on the front for viewability while driving.
Yes. And I mean, we do we do that. That's kind of what we do, all our gameplay. We're not fighting each other ever in this game. It's not our style of play. So you start with a foundation.
Yeah,
and
you want to start with the regular one too. Like that, there's a couple pieces of this build that if you're using S Plus, you have to use traditional vanilla pieces for.
And I think I know how you line it up. Middle building piece, obviously with the post hole.
Yep.
Right.
And then you kind of want to get the so the two, like the right and left legs when you go forward will like disappear through that cross member at about the same time. So if you get real close to it, you can kind of like just twist right or left a little bit to kind of get lined up. Doesn't have to be perfect, but
the raft wavers ever so slightly.
Yeah. So I think we're pretty good on mine. Let me just go a little sidestep. Okay.
I feel good. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect, but I think I did a good job.
Oh yeah, dude, that's golden.
Okay.
All right, so the trick that we use for the lowering is to use pillars now, and these have to be standard pillars as well. This has to be regular vanilla.
Okay, and that's on my hotbar here as well. Yep. And we start with this snap point. We were basically just working this out before, and And then this, okay, so I'm going to grab the Structures Plus Demolition Gun. So this is made much easier by having Structures Plus. It means we only need 2 pillars. If you're doing this without that, you're going to need like 10 or so.
I think it's 7. I think it's 7 pillars you'll need at that point. So yeah, once you
All
build
right.
that first one, you'll build one back from that too.
It's a half foundation off, right?
Yep. And you'll build one back farther after that one's in.
Mine really doesn't want to.
Yeah, it's getting kind of the bobble up and down, right? Back up a little bit, and it should give you just the one snap point. And then go back one. And this will give us the right alignment. And then you can kind of back and forth on these guys as you go.
Okay, I think. And I'm afraid to go too far.
Yeah, you'll get like 3 or 4 into it, and then you're going to want to just test the foundation to see where it snaps. Because the optimal thing is to be just above.
Right. So that would mean. So that. Tell me. That still one more?
Nope, that's, well, yeah, you can go one more or leave it right there. That's about where I'm going to leave mine too, because I like to have that little bit of a lip.
Now, here's the important thing to point out to people. If I go one more, then I'm a half foundation off. So am I in the right place?
Yeah, because you want, that one, you want it to be almost centered over top of the rudder when you're done. That will disappear when we're done. That won't be there anymore.
Okay, cool.
Because that'll be one we take out, but...
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So you got to get your foundation into this position. You can do this build totally vanilla. We're using some Structures Plus, but you really can. So use a regular foundation and just break all the pillars going back and forth until you get it to this height. And then this way you can still stand on here, drive the raft, I think.
Yep.
Oh, no, I can't.
Nope, not from there. Because that foundation is going to go away when we're done. So
Right. But this is the height that protects the boat. That's why it's at that height, right?
And that's the idea, is that it protects the height, the top. And if you go and look down on the side, it actually covers the entire pontoon as well.
Well, I'll show it right now. And then we'll take a break. There we go. So nothing's sticking out. Oh, I got pontoon sticking out.
Oh yeah, no, we're not done with the front piece yet. But like, see on the side.
Beautiful. I should know what I'm doing. I should have rewatched your tutorial so I don't keep jumping steps ahead.
It's easy, man. That's fine. I mean, this was the basic thing, was just to get the foundations at the right height. I think we can probably take a break if you want and get the rest of them laid out, because a nice top-down view really helps for this once you get the rest in place.
Okay, guys, so this is important. I didn't realize how many people were going to watch GE episode 1, and now that we're in episode 2, could be a lot of people watching. So if you're only watching me, go check out Arahli the Geek. Link is at the top of the description. And no matter whose video you're watching, click a like button. And when we come back, we'll come finish this up and show you guys how to get this build to the next stage.
Absolutely.
Okay, be right back.
All right, so you said you want to kind of do a before and after, right, buddy?
Yes. So
watch your step.
Dangerous. Put up some signage. Yes, you got your raft to the next stage, and I was about to follow along, and I was like, let's just show it, because this is a really important part. So how do you get to this phase? You've basically built around the raft, except for those 2 corners.
Yep.
And we are gonna do it over on mine.
Yep.
I guess, right?
So we can just shoot over there, because this is the thing that they had changed, that they, I think, have put back to working on vanilla, is you can now snap pieces underneath thatch again.
Right. So speaking of, can you grab these before they sink to the
I got some. You
to the bottom of the water? Oh, you sure?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's perfect.
But
okay.
We'll build anyways.
Oh, and actually, you can start. You can do the first 4, right?
Yep. So you can get actually the first.
Oh, this is perfect.
2.
I can go K camera.
Yep, and the rest will be thatch that go out from here. So from this spot,
okay,
because we don't have any that come right against that, right? We do thatch out like that.
Ooh.
You should be one more in the front. Yep. One more in the back. Right. Or 2 more in the back. Boom. And then the trick of this is that when you, and the kind of the drawback is we're close to shore. So you can see, because we're close to shore, you can see the foundation on my screen down at the very bottom. But if you back up a little bit, you'll see that they'll snap to the bottom of that thatch. And when it's there, you can just click and it will place itself in there.
And this always worked in vanilla. This is how we did boat tutorials since we've been doing ARK on YouTube, basically, right?
Yep.
And then they very briefly took it away, and I think they've given it back. But we, on this server, we got it set up so that it worked and but we
Yep.
changed the collision settings right away, basically.
And I don't know if when you do this kind of stuff, and I'm going to show you guys on
Mhm.
my screen. UTC will probably show you in his too. Once you have these in and you've got foundations next to it, it's a little harder to see them. But if you like at the right angle, if you just press your button, your foundation button, you'll actually see it through the bottom of the thatch.
Oh, the green.
Yeah.
Yes, you kind of see the green like of going, okay, this is a placeable area. You kind of see it
Yep.
showing through this little gap here.
So I've got that little tiny gap in the corner where the two meet on my screen. And if you just press the button, it's going to snap in place there. And you can do that for
And
all of these as we go. You can see the little line on my screen now. There we
and
go.
if you do build this in vanilla, you lose all this, about half of your thatch.
Yeah.
Because we're doing it here, I can use this demo gun and I pick it back up and add it back to our inventory. This is the evolution of building. This is how it works. This is just better. It's nice not to lose everything.
I know, right?
I like it.
I just want to be able to pick things up, guys. That's all I'm saying. Wild
Yeah,
card.
that's it. Like, I built this stone thing. Let me have it back.
Yeah. And then we
Sure.
can take out the original now.
Is that it?
And we
yeah.
should be golden, man.
Boom, boom. This
Did
is
I
like
miss
that
any?
moment when you place the keystone in a bridge, actually, when you take this out. Now you go, okay, now we got it. This is, hold on, our, one sec. This is our shape.
Yep. So this is the shape you'll need to kind of start building on the rest of it, but that's kind of the most important part to get you started is the basic foundation layout.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so this is cool. So we'll grab all the walls and everything else we need. We'll get to some building. Arahli knows exactly how to do the interior of his, a classic way, the way he's always done it.
Mm-hmm.
And with mine, we'll just kind of figure out some other way to do it that might work for you guys. So we'll jump to this next stage. We'll get a few things done, and we'll come right back to you.
Yep. All right, we're back. We've got all the stuff to
Yep.
actually start building the internal stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Ready to go?
I have most of the stuff on my inventory. I'm too fat to carry everything.
UTC, I
UTC,
think I might have it all.
Yeah, he's got some extra weight on me.
And is that right? Right. So it goes straight down from here.
Yep. So the first thing we're gonna place in there is that ramp, and that just stops you from doing what UTC did, where he fell through. That'll give us a way to make sure we don't do that.
Right, and it's your little entrance into your place. Now this, if you're not playing, is a door frame. If you're not playing with Structures Plus, for us, that's a double door frame, which comes with these double doors, which I know you said save till the end, but just so I can show it off.
I just don't like the sound.
That's what that is. No, I understand. I'm going to take him down until the end. Like so. And then the next stage, and let's put these right here because we got to do a bunch of them. Boom, boom. Ooh, hold on a sec.
Okay, get that look down.
So,
yep.
That's it. And so we're doing this on both sides, and then you're gonna see. I'm not sure exactly where to go after this one, but this is the beginning of the shape, and then the walls are gonna come all the way back here to this back row, and you basically have a slightly altered 3x3.
Yep. And I'm gonna leave out one wall here to show you guys something that's important for vanilla that's not so important for S plus. So,
right.
Because go ahead.
I have my smithy, so I can.
You gotta place it wherever. I'm actually gonna place the rest of the walls first for me.
Yes, but no, I was gonna say to people, like, because of the way we have the settings on the server, I could place this anywhere. I could place it halfway inside the wall. I could do whatever I want. If you're playing on vanilla, not only does it have to be away from the wall, but with smithies, once the wall's in place, right?
Yeah.
Then it needs to be further away.
Yeah, so the smithies have a really weird snap point in vanilla in the first place, so we kind of have to work around that if you're doing the vanilla part of this build. Did I just put one of those in backwards? I might have. Look at these walls.
Yeah, I was very careful.
So I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm gonna finish out the back section here of the walls because we just have to leave the one out specifically.
That one.
Yeah, we have it's right the one. Yep, it's the one over there that's open.
Okay.
All right. So the reason we do that is that with the regular smithies, you can't get them too close to the wall. That's what UTC was talking about. So like you'll see, I'll put down 5 right now. On vanilla, this would be red. There'd be no way for us to place this because it's too close to the wall.
It has to be absurdly far away. Like you're wasting space.
Yep. So the easy option is to kind of just turn so you're facing the like the inside of the raft, and like on my screen, unfortunately UTC you can't see this unless you put one down too,
I
but
kind of can.
there's a line where the actual walls are, and you want to just kind of get close to that, and it's going to take a little trial and error if you've never done it before, but if you press C you'll crouch, and K will take you back out to your orbital camera, and depending on how close you can kind of zoom in here with our two naked butts in it. That's
I got
hilarious.
a great view when I'm
So
not in K camera.
so I gotta back up a little bit more so you guys can see that we're straight across the front right now, and then straight down we're right about at the edge of where we need to be. And you once you place
Yeah.
that piece in, you're totally fine. Is once it's there, you just want to get a wall out and make sure it fits.
Oh man, our placement was close.
And so
So I had to be a little further in and a little further to the left, but
okay,
that's it.
perfect.
So okay, so we've shown that off.
Yep. And now
That's perfect. So that makes it vanilla for you guys who are totally vanilla.
yep. And I'll
Console
always
people.
try to put the window. The reason we put windows here, by the way, on the front three, is this is going to be the place where you access most of your stuff, and you can do it from the outside this way.
Yep, brilliant. So you like when it comes to building, and I got to mention this. You guys who watch my channel, you know I will build stuff that has no real purpose. I just like the way it looks. For Arahli, you're this when you are at your best and your builds are the best. I think it's when you're innovating, like to solve a problem.
Yeah.
And going, how does something in game that I need to solve? Everything is has great utility. All your designs.
Yeah, I always wanted I wanted to have a base that I could like. When I first did this, I wanted just to have a place I could like log off someplace and know I was relatively safe from the rivers. With this, once this is done, you can actually tame things off on the sides because there'll be a little roof section you get on top of, and it keeps you relatively safe from that stuff. But I wanted a place I could just kind of like log off and have all of the things I need to build anytime I want, and just be able to be mobile all the time. So yeah, I like the challenge of trying to find that weird way to make something work the way I want it to.
Right. All right. So I think I got mine in, and it was one window you left off for the smithy. It would be right here on this build. So that's it. I think I'm caught up to where you are.
Yep. And then you should have one stone ceiling, right?
Yes.
This will be a little jumpy, but it goes right over top of the rudder.
Now, did we put the wall in place before or after? The wall that goes above the door.
So you have
there
to.
Isn't. No, I'm forgetting. You're right. I got
there won't
you
be
now.
one on that side, but there will be one on the outside, and that's actually one of the other weird things with S Plus and Vanilla we'll have to play with in just a second.
So how important is the positioning if people have it jumping around all over
Does
the
not
place?
matter. It makes zero difference on that.
Okay. Boom. So done.
All right.
Clipped in. And then now wall goes on the very front of it,
Yeah,
or window wall.
So it's a wall, but here's where it gets a little weird. So S Plus adds a bunch of snap points, but they take away some as well. Okay. So above this piece is going to be a ceiling that's going to be offset from the wall. It won't be square. And and I can't remember if it's the wall or the ceiling from S Plus doesn't do that. So I'm gonna place a regular wall first on mine. I'm gonna try using an S Plus ceiling.
I think it's the ceilings that are different in S Plus.
It is. So you can put the regular S Plus wall up front and you'll be just fine then. And then I have one wooden ceiling that I'll actually take down once I put mine up, so you can do the same thing.
And it's vanilla?
Yep, it's a vanilla one, because the vanilla ones will let you do the half off snap.
So, okay. So I'm watching it from the side. I'm pretty familiar with this.
Okay. So that's the half off snap that we need for it.
Mm-hmm. And
then once that's done, you can actually place the other, like the S Plus ones will work just fine next to it now because it's snapping off of that. So I'm going to take that back down because I don't need it anymore, and I'll bring it over to you.
Interesting. Yes, and show me, because I had a little trouble following, so I'll just watch you do it if you got it.
Yep. So with the regular ceiling, when you get it up there, you'll see that on my screen, you'll see that it snapped half off. Now you can see that on yours too. And once that's up on yours, you can just snap a regular ceiling off to the side of it, or an S Plus ceiling off to the side now.
Because we now have that snap point.
Yep.
I gotcha. Right. You can use vanilla to get things out of S Plus that you otherwise couldn't.
Right.
Or sometimes one material for another. You can do it that way too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I did that on Log Cabin 3, where it's like, oh, you have to build this with one material so you can come in and replace it. It's like, that's the only way you get these two wood pieces to work together is if you start with Adobe. So this is one of those tricks. I'll put one of these up.
And then
like so.
You don't have your smithy in place yet, so this might be a little difficult. You might want to place your smithy just to be able to do this part and then take it back down. But to place the bed where I usually place it, you're going to want to jump up on top of your smithy.
Oh, okay. Well, I can do that. I
And
can place this
it doesn't
down.
have to be in the same spot as mine. Just place something. You just need something you can stand on top of, because that little cubby that we put over top of the rudder is where we're going to store our bed to get it out of the way.
Okay. Well, here, I'll do it like...
Oh, I don't think I brought the beds with me.
No, I think I have.
You got both of
I
them?
have one.
Okay.
Just one.
So I left mine over here. I'm going to get it.
Okay.
So if you step
So-
on top of that, you want to put that kind of towards the very front of the wall when you do
Yep,
that.
and sideways,
Yep.
so that your feet are pointing off to the port or the starboard.
Mhm.
Just to use nautical lingo.
And I got the rest of the
Alright.
stuff now, so I'll come back.
Approach.
And I know this seems a little weird to do part of the ceiling now and not finish it, but that's actually for another issue that can come with rail snappings. And we'll get to that
Okay.
in just a second, too. But the reason we want to start there like we did is that it'll let us do the rest of the snapping afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got your bed in place?
I am about to. I
Mine
just
too.
was trying to make sure I had it in a good position, but I'm not sure I do. I can always pick it up again if I don't like it. That works.
Yep.
That is pretty well centered.
And then you can jump
Okay.
up there and change the name if you want to real quick.
Yep. I already changed my boat name, I think.
Oh, I haven't done that yet. That's smart. Smarty pants. What's yours called?
Yes. I think UTC's Nest.
Ah, nice.
I've never had a nest before. I'm excited for it.
Oops.
I've been in many. Been
Yeah,
in many
that's-
variations, I think.
Because I make so many different versions of this thing, it's silly.
Flying ones and
Mm-hmm.
did you make a fly? You did, right?
Yep, the sand skipped was actually the first one I made that was made for flying
Yeah.
too. Because we
I
have
like it.
on one of our servers we have a flying raft mod, which is amazing.
Yes. Yeah, where it's basically like you can go on the water, it's exactly a raft, and then like a Pelagornis, go from
Mhm.
sea to air, boom to boom.
All right, so
Arahli made his like a drop ship.
yeah, that's great. Oh, I didn't make enough ceilings. I forgot we were supposed to make more.
I got 5. I think
you need to
okay.
have 8 altogether.
Okay, I got 7 altogether, and I
Yeah.
think it's because I broke the vanilla one.
So I'll have to take a break here to make those real quick, and then we can come right back.
So we've completed these. You go 8 wood ceilings deep, and they're on this off kilter position.
And that's going to actually give us the basis for a flyer platform when we're all done. Like, that'll be a place you can land flyers.
Is our next step sloped stone walls?
So you would think that, and this is actually something that I learned from Vanilla. When you do that, it gives you a very difficult time putting railings on the top. So the next step should be the catwalk that'll stick straight out the front
All right,
on the top.
straight out the front.
Middle.
Back towards the rudder. You mean?
Nope. It's going to stick out, like, right. See,
Oh,
mine's,
yeah.
mine's done. It sticks straight out the front.
Oh, right. All right, let me see. And does it do a half stick out job only?
Nope, it should stick all the way out. You actually want to do it from the outside.
Ooh.
Are you
How
inside right now? Come
What am
over
I
here, I'll show
attaching
you.
it to?
You see over here. It's this wall up front.
Okay. You're confusing me. This front back.
So
I
not
said, is it
not-
over the rudder?
it's over the rudder, but it's sticking out towards the front of the raft. See where I'm at now?
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
So this is our way of getting up easily, is by putting that there and then the rope ladder. And I
so easily confused.
and I always use the rope ladder because you can like with vanilla ones, which I didn't do for this one. I meant to do vanilla ones. You can roll them back up, and then they'll be out of your way.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
But they disabled that for the S Plus one, so I'll have to switch that over. But
Why is that?
I don't know.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. They had it set at one
Is it
point that you could retract all the ladders. They just kind of folded up. So I imagine that was why. And then you got your railings on you.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Totally. That is so weird. I didn't know they did that. But I'll take the ladder and I'll hop up there. And by the way, this does only half stick out.
Oh yeah, because of the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if I was snapping to the ceiling. Okay.
And then
And
so
we'll snap around here.
you'll see that these snap in pretty easily. I think we're a couple short on this too. They snap in pretty easily. If you had put down the slope walls first, they do not snap at all. Like, they
Is that an
freak
S
out,
plus
man.
thing because they're trying to snap to the slope?
It's vanilla or S plus. They both do that. They both try to
Oh,
snap to the
really?
slope. Yeah.
And all the way to the front, but leave the front on with
Leave
no
the front two
railings,
open.
right?
Yep, yep.
Okay. Oh, this rain.
I know,
Stop
right?
raining.
Now you can snap in those slope pieces, no problem.
Okay. I think I'm just about ready to go with those.
And then I think we've got wood ceilings, wood slope set up. We should. Now this will still get a little jumpy
Oh yeah, I'm
if
having
you're
some.
if you're not. And I'll tell you that the farther back you stand in this, the easier it gets. And then S Plus does the thing where it does like to try to put it upside down sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm experiencing, but that's okay. I think I'm getting there. Boom. Once you get a flow, once you know, nope, it's upside down. I was just about to get confident. Dang it.
All in there.
Building on camera is always takes longer.
It does.
Um,
There's just too many snap points that likes to go in weird places sometimes.
it's this game isn't quite built for it. It's why I have in one of my series I've gotten to a point where I don't do as much. It's like I'll talk, we'll build off camera, and I'll talk about what I've done, and show it off, and maybe people pick up tips and tricks. But we can't do the whole thing on camera. I just can't talk and be entertaining if that's the case.
Because there are times that like this, like my screen right now, the slope roofs are freaking out. They're just every place
It
they can
demands your
snap,
full attention.
and that's where Q helps on mine. I know you remap some of yours, but Q is your alternate snap button on my and the normal
Tilde
stuff
for me.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Because didn't you Minecraft everything?
No, it's Canadian. This is how Canadians do their hotkeys.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that was a Canadian thing.
No. Oh, you're right, man. This is a rough job.
So you want if you place the back one or two first, it should be easier to snap the rest in. All right, so I'm gonna start placing the internal stuff now, and then this is where you and I are probably gonna differ because you can put your stuff once you get that stupid ceiling to snap in or the roof to snap in.
Yep. But it's the side that you can see.
ARK building, it's the best thing ever sometimes.
Yeah, I've said it. I'm like, I'm so lucky that people care enough to want to watch me build in this game. But why did I pick such a bad game to have people care about me building in? Wouldn't it be nice if it was just nice, clean? Come to the outside. It works good in some situations. So that worked well.
You got your
so I did. So for me, for the interior, I'll get you over here. We'll mess around with it. We'll try some alternative setup. I don't have anything particular in mind, but why don't we take a break? We'll come back. We'll show off what your inside looks like. We'll show off some cool new inside I've look like, and then maybe we'll slap some paint on these.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Well, let's take another break, guys. We will be right back. Thank you for hanging out with us. All right, welcome back, guys. Take a look. Nest. Raft building 101. This is the starter raft. The starter raft.
Yeah, the only one you're ever allowed to build.
I think so. Oh, and I got to level up here. Let me spend it quickly.
You pooped on the deck already? Now you've dubbed it. No, now it is officially christened the poop deck, I guess.
And the one thing it's missing is a fabricator, but we're 2 levels from that, I think. So come on in, man. Explain to me the sort of logic of how you arrange everything.
All right, so right behind me, as you walk in, we've got the preserving bin up top, and then mortar and pestles on either side. So you've got one you can use, like I usually just use one for narcotics, and then like this one is going to be used for spark powder,
spark powder, gunpowder.
Cool. And then the smithy, like you saw, we tucked into the corner here.
S plus crafting table, right?
And if you're not using the S plus stuff, you can put a forge over here too, and have 2 forges in here. We built back so we could have a little bit of space for a fire on the inside, and on the other side has the cooking pot. The space that UTC's in right now is exactly the size you need for a fabricator. So it's 2 wide. 2 wide and 1, like 2 by 1 essentially is what you have to do, and it fits in there perfectly. So once we have that, hold on 1 second, I'm sorry.
And you can hop right up here, access to this preserving bin,
and then when you respawn back in, you'll come here and you just gotta kind of crouch down to walk out, which is nice.
Yes. I feel like you've had to guide people. They're like, "Oh my god, I spawned inside a raft.
Yeah,
Where am I?"
Just crouch and walk, crouch and walk.
Little disorienting when you first get in, but yeah, crouch and walk.
And then all the windows we put on the outside are there because if you open here, you can access the S Plus crafting station. The front will give you access to both. And then on this side, you've got access to the smithy. And then if we go over here, we've got our forge on this side. And then on the other side is the cooking pot. And you can access all those from the outside.
Oh, man. Good
And then once the
stuff.
fabricator's here, that's what these will open to as well as the fabricator. So you can actually just kind of keep like a nice secure base, essentially, but still be able
Yep.
to just bring like a crap, if you get like a gather dino, you can just bring it up and stick your
Right up
stuff right
here.
in there, and then we're good to go.
And then plenty of space up front for
Mm-hmm.
gather dinos. You have in the past for people who are looking to, take a bunch of stuff with them, put another strip of foundations
Yep.
off the back, be able to extend out there. And then this up here is built for your air
Yep.
transport,
Yep.
for your flyers. But you can put whatever you want up
Yep.
here, right? As long as you can get
And
it up
actually,
here, I
on
guess.
Primitive Plus, I think I had the only three things I had in the Primitive Plus series that Monkey Puzzle and BLP are doing
Yep.
was an RG, a Beaver, and a Diplocaulus, and I just left them all up top all the time. I picked them up with the bird and left them up here. So
Yeah.
nice little transport if you're not doing anything
That's
you can't pick up with
beautiful.
like a bird.
Yeah. No, I like. Okay. Perfect. Now, with yours, no paint scheme, and we did it how you have always done it in vanilla. So we kept it pretty vanilla. For mine, I just went a little crazy. So we slapped some
Yep.
paint on it. I was trying to get a
Yeah.
nautical look to it, so it's white and blue and yellow, or navy and olive, to be precise. And I just painted the little house part. Really, I didn't touch the rest. And it's one of I've done better paint jobs. This is a little bit busy. The striping is the part that's throwing me off, I
Yeah, I
think,
dig it.
but work in
But yeah, I mean, we can
progress.
always. That's the nice thing about paint, right?
Um,
Just make some more.
yeah, I have these. I just put white light in them. I forgot about the colors, but I put the torches so they're attached to these ramps and on a slope, and I did wood ramps as my roof. When
You
you
open your trap door.
pardon me, what allow me. There we go. I did wood ramps. So these S plus wood ramps as my
Yeah.
roof, and I turned them into stairs. So we got kind of like a lofty, airy feel to the place because these you can see
Yeah, it's a
right
pretty cool
through.
idea, man. I like it.
Yeah, and this will come into play next episode. You will see something to this effect. Not
No.
this though. Included a dodo coop up there with a bed, same positioning as yours, and a couple little dodos. So you get your eggs up there. For mine, since we're doing S plus and we can kind of clip stuff right in, I took advantage of that. So I've got my forge and my smithy kind of on top of each other, so the anvil is right there in the middle of the
I love how
forge.
that looks, man.
Doesn't
It
it?
looks
It
great.
looks
Yeah.
great. And then stuck a preserving bin up here, and your idea, a couple little mortar and pestles on the
Mm-hmm.
shelf. So we got everything hidden away, and then on the back of mine, I did a little staircase, so it's going to be easy to get on and off,
Yep.
like
And I
so.
might be doing that too because
And
that's a good idea.
I like it. It looks good, and it makes it easy to kind of access everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can come around the back without having a whole row of foundations back
Mm-hmm.
here. But yeah, that's it. So we had a plan. We built these for a very specific reason. I think we have probably have some sailing to do, and we'll come back and wrap up this video with you guys. But thank you for hanging out for the build. If you're watching the series and you want to see what we got in mind next, hang out and we will take these to our next destination. I think.
Oh yeah, buddy.
What
You okay?
is your HUD off?
Yeah.
We just lost two
Oh,
parasaurs.
Therizino. It's coming. It's coming at us right now.
You son of a! We just did that.
What a jerk.
Welcome back. We've gotten our rafts to a destination.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've been playing ARK a long time, if you know the island map, you know we are very close to one of the best looking locations on the map, the Hidden Lake.
Oh, I love this place, man.
This was one of my first loves. The moment I wandered in here for the first time was fantastic. So we scouted ahead, tamed up a couple weight-bearing dinos, and figured we'd make a nice, easy trip back there. And
And then Therizino happened.
not very good at scouting, I guess. So let's make the foot journey, I guess, and just be very coy about it.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I mean, we'll just have to avoid. I mean, I've hidden from these, like,
Yeah,
you know.
I think they shortened the aggro range a little bit, so it shouldn't be as bad as when they first launched. But yeah, they always creep me out, man.
Yeah.
All right.
So I see him angling a little bit towards us. He's going to do a little turn job.
Let's look at our poor parasaurs up there too.
Yeah, those were our guys.
Yeah, they are our poor little parasaurs.
It didn't even eat him. That is
Come,
so ruthless.
come.
We wouldn't have to look at the corpses. Sorry.
I'm trying to whistle to them, but they won't come.
Oh God, don't make me cry. Here, boy, come here. All right.
All
I
right.
think we're out of danger zone.
Oh, why you guys say things like that? Now another one's gonna come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you're spawning them in.
Oh God, no.
I'm not too worried. Okay, I think it's this way.
All right.
So, going back to my first time making this trip, I started on that beach. I survived. I scrabbled, and one day I said, I'm going to go see what's in the jungle. And I came up over one of these ridges, and I looked at this, and it looked obviously different back then.
Didn't have cool ruins and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that is so good. What an awesome place.
It's gorgeous. Now there's ghost chops.
And it all leads up to this crystal clear lake, and our GE Gaming Evolved friends have beaten us to it. I think they did a little preseason building to make a home for the commercial area, the community center, and we got to figure out how to build into this and build a part of this. But that will wait for next episode, I think.
Yeah,
we're here, man. Marketplace.
here.
If we're gonna get rich, this is where it all happens.
Gotta get rich.
So next episode's about that cash, that bling. We're gonna build a fancy, an office building that represents our sleek, cosmopolitan style. And
you're like, we're gonna build like this really cool thing, an office building.
yeah, well, wait and see how good it's gonna be.
You guys know UTC and I, like it'll be cool looking.
We got something good in the works. So I think that does it for this very long episode. We built a couple of rafts with you guys. We sailed them out here to the hidden lake, and next episode, Arahli and I will get to work on the building company headquarters, and that's it. I think we did it.
Nice work, man. I like the nest.
Yep. Thank you for hanging with us for the whole episode, guys. If you haven't done it, if you like Arahli's design, click the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to either of our channels, go do it. Top of your description.
Absolutely. Drop some comments. We always love hearing about anything you guys dig or don't like from that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And if you know what, if you got office building ideas, trust me, we got a good one, but feel free to drop it in there for us. Let us know what you are excited about. And we will be back with episode 3. We'll see you then.
Catch you on the flip side, guys.
Woo.